Welcome back to Midnight Music. I'm your host, Thomas, with my host, also with me. That's his name for this podcast, and I'm going to go with that every time. So let's see what we get. This week, we are going to get, and make sure you subscribe so you can keep watching every week, because so far we've watched every single week. It's going to be a Van Halen, 1984 Van Halen. And give us a second, and we'll be right back. All right, so we just got done listening to 1984 Van Halen.
Yeah.
And it pretty good.
Yeah, pretty solid.
It's got some solid bangers on it, so pretty good. Don't mind the screen, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't realize how fucking
Definitely think I just
some insane stuff.
Definitely think I just showed exactly the tier list already, but that's okay.
You son of a bitch.
So we have Thomas's tier list, which I will explain now, which is we have For Life, which is songs I think should be in anybody's album, anybody's kind of thing.
Yep.
And are really good, and I enjoy them a lot. We have Yes, as in yes, this song is good, and I can see why people have it in their playlist, but I don't. Or I might eventually, but not right now. And then we have One Time, as in you should have this one time, or you should listen to this one time when you're listening to the album, and that's it. And then you have No, which is don't listen to this.
Yeah, I don't think we're using No.
We're not using No. We're only using one time for one time. So, let's get into it.
Yeah.
1984. It is the intro for the album. It is 1 minute and 7 seconds. It's very short. It's, I think, a lot of guitar.
It's like the testing of like the synth and shit that is featured heavily in Jump. It's like testing out that kind of sound, that futuristic for the time sound.
Yeah.
And it's very good. I honestly think it should just be a part of Jump. It's weird that it's separated for the album. I can understand for the radio, but like for the album itself, that should just already be a part of that. Yeah. It's got that nice, son of a bitch. Got that nice 80s noise, and it's fucking, I like it. It's awesome.
It is pretty good. And I will say that it goes perfectly. It flows perfectly into Jump.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense. 1984 is the only one that I'm putting in one time for today. Pretty good. We then move into Jump.
Yeah.
Which has 958 million plays. 4 minutes and 1 second. It is the most played song on this album, and by Van Halen. So
really, that's the most famous song ever?
Yeah. Oh.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean that is just a fun song. Like I said, it's got that nice 80s sound to it, and yeah, it's fun. Good time.
It is in the top for life for me.
Yep.
It is by far my favorite song off the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought Panama was going to be your thing, or Hot for the Teacher.
Actually, Hot for the Teacher might be.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I really do like Hot for the Teacher. Panama is also really, really good. So I can see the argument for both. That being said, the next song is Panama, which also is in For Life because Panama. Just really good song. Catchy. Sounds good. Vocals are good. Song's just good. Just good song.
Yeah, it's just one of those songs you've heard.
433 million plays. 3 minutes and 30 seconds of beautifulness. So good song. We then move on to Top Jimmy, which what do you think of Top Jimmy?
It was all right.
Yeah, nothing.
It was just Top Jimmy.
Nothing crazy. It was fine. So I put it in yes, because it's not like Panama or Jump or Hot for the Teacher on this album, which are, fun fact,
the big ones.
Gonna jump to Hot to the Teacher for a second. It is my For Life. We'll talk more about it here in a second. Yeah, Top Jimmy is in my yes. It's fine. It's good. Then you have Drop Dead Legs. Also a fine song. Even if like Jump and Panama weren't on this album, I think I'd still have Top Jimmy and Drop Dead Legs in yes. Yeah. Because they actually are decent songs. They're nothing, I don't think they're bad. So We then move on for Hot for the Teacher, which is absolutely one of my favorite songs by Van Halen.
Yep.
I think all 3 of the 4 Life songs can be mixed around in about any order, and I'd be happy. So,
that's fair. It's got a cool start to it.
Yeah, it's the
all right song.
3rd most played song on the album with 197 million.
Yep, right behind Panama, right?
Yes, Panama's 433 and jumps 958. Almost $1 billion.
I'm surprised it's not at $1 billion yet.
It most definitely is with like radio.
I mean, yeah, just in general, it's probably at $1 billion, but on Spotify, I'm surprised it's not at $1 billion.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. So we then go to I'll Wait, which I actually really liked. I'll Wait right after Hot for the Teacher. It's not as, it's good. It goes above Top Jimmy for me. Yes. And yes, I see why people would really like this song. I do too.
I agree. Yeah, it's solid.
Drop Dead, I think we may have skipped on it.
Did we skip Drop Dead Legs? We probably definitely did.
No, we talked about it, and then I just didn't give a rating. It's in yes.
What do you want to put it? Oh, it's okay. It's in yes.
It's in the bottom yes right now.
It's sitting there.
Then we move on to Girl Gone Bad.
Which she did. This one was bad, I think. I don't think I liked this one.
It was fine.
This one was
crazy. I have it at the bottom yes. Once again, I think it's hard for me to have a bad song off this album by Van Halen because it's Van. In the sense of like, it sounds good, it feels good, the vibe is good. I'm chilling, I'm relaxed, I'm having a good time over here. So
look,
that's
man.
just me.
Sure.
Then you have House of Pain.
Yeah.
Which I believe actually is their least played song, and I actually did like it. It was a decent song. I have it above Girl Gone Bad. Song.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't talk actually about when this came out. January 4th, 1984. 9 songs, 33 minutes and 10 seconds.
You had your 30th birthday that year, correct?
Yeah, just about.
Oh, okay.
And I was just thinking about actually, I'm not going to make a joke. I was trying to think of how I can make that joke, and I don't want to make that.
Yeah? What kind of joke would that have been? What would it have related to?
It would have been related to adopting you, because
adopting me.
You're young. You're younger than me.
Adopting me is crazy.
Yeah. That's why I didn't make the joke.
Yeah. Because it's weird that it's adoption.
Well, otherwise I'd have to conceive you. Which, I mean, you are 50-50, but like...
Yeah, you could have just conceived instead of adopting. You know what? It's weird.
There's 2 ways about it. And then the other
way was strange. Either way was weird.
Either way was weird. So that's why I didn't make the joke. And then you're like, what's the joke? What's the joke?
First of all, I don't talk like that.
You do.
I don't have a lisp.
Yeah, well...
I don't have one. I don't have one. I don't have one.
Maybe it's one that I remember you having. Anyways,
maybe it's something you made up in your brain, because I've never had a lisp in my entire life. I'm a very literate Negro. There, you're not going to bring race into it. I'm very literate.
What Kendrick call it? Like 5 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago?
Niga. That was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. That was 2 weeks ago.
It has an S at the end.
Nigas. I don't know what the fuck he was saying.
He said it, and then it sounded like 15 times.
It sounded like Niga. I don't remember. That was 2 weeks ago.
All right. Whatever. Final thoughts on Van Halen. I also really like the album cover. I don't know if you remember the album cover or not.
Yeah, it's just a dude. A baby.
It's a baby with angel wings smoking a pack of cigarettes.
Okay, he's not. First of all, guys, audio listeners, he's not smoking this pack. He's got a cigarette in his hand and a pack clearly in front of him, but it's not in his mouth.
It's not in his mouth. He also has a cool ass hairstyle. It's almost like
he does. He looks AI generated, which is crazy because I know he probably wasn't.
Definitely wasn't.
He might have been drawn.
I think it is drawn because if you look at it like on my screen, it's a lot more like pixelated, which makes me think that it was like either drawn or like
that was 100% drawn.
So because it's got like almost that paint texture to it.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if you look like his hand, it's holding the cigarette.
That's just a grown ass man's hand. And it's a block. It's blocked up. It's definitely drawn. Right.
So, anyways,
yeah.
Like the album cover. I like the songs off of it. I like the vibe that you get from it. Songs.
Yeah.
Kind of. If you had to give, I don't know. This is one of those, like, Jump is one of those songs where I could be like, if you don't know what classic rock is, I almost would introduce you to Jump or Panama. Because it's not
Jump just feels like 80s to me. It doesn't even feel like classic rock. Jump is so different from the rest of their songs on
it's
here.
well, since it's 2025, it's 41 years ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago. I mean,
I know. I was just saying, like, Jump feels like the sound of the 80s in general.
Right.
But, like, Panama sounds like classic rock. Like, they sound different. So like, when I boot up 80s, Panama doesn't come up. Jump comes up.
Right. So does Hot for the Teacher. Hot for the Teacher
Same with Hot for the
very,
Teacher.
like,
those are
classic rock.
Yeah, those are very different from Jump.
Yeah.
Jump has a very unique noise to it.
Yeah.
Which is why it was weird that 1984 wasn't just blended
part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ratings.
Yep.
You want to go first?
Yeah. I'll give it a 6. It's not because it's bad. It is good technically, but I don't think it's like it's not gonna rank out of 10 for me.
No.
It's not one of those albums for me. I think a 6 is fair. I almost give it a 5, but I also feel like it is above average.
It's got 3 songs on it for me that would like limit me to go like much below a 6 if I had to.
Yeah.
But I think with me just being open about it and me really liking some of the songs, I'm gonna give it a 7. And that makes the math really easy because then the average is 6.5. 0.5 for the score.
Yeah. There you guys have it. That was awesome. That was nice, short and sweet.
You know what is also awesome, nice, short, and sweet?
What would that be, Thomas?
Subscribing, following, and hitting the notification bell.
Really? Are you saying that if I subscribed and hit the notification bell, I would be notified of every single video that comes out and I'd be able to watch the entire back catalog of videos?
That is correct. And you know what's crazy? 1984 is only 1 minute and 7 second song, but I bet you can subscribe, follow, and hit the notification bell all before that song's done.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. I'll have to try it.
Okay. Also, if you leave a comment, doesn't matter what the comment is, I will respond.
Really?
Yep.
So even if I drop like just a turd in the comment section, you'll have to respond to it. Interesting. What if I said a hate speech in the comment section?
I'll respond.
What would you say? What would you say if I said hate speech in the comment section?
Some very unkind words, and then I would also probably block you.
You'd block me from YouTube.
Well, block you from the channel. I think you can block me from the
like,
channel. Posting comments on your shit.
Okay, so you'd hide my comment.
Yeah.
But I would know that you saw it because you responded to it.
Oh, I respond to you still. And then I hide your comment. So that way you can see my response.
Yeah.
Calling you something.
Oh, you'd call me a name.
Well, I'd call I wouldn't call him necessarily a name, but I would talk shit.
Oh, you'd say something to the hate speech.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. You know, we've all got rocks we have to stand on.
Right. Business.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know if you've ever stood on business.
I definitely
stood on something.
Anyways.
Yeah.
All the viewers out there, go do that. Don't post hate speech. Follow, subscribe.
Look, I was just throwing out examples.
You could give us albums you want to listen to. You could do a lot of things. So ideas for videos you want, even if it's not podcast form. If you want us to, review trailers or some shit, we could probably do that.
Could do a trailer.
We could do.
I would fuck up a trailer.
IRL content. You want to see the content be different in some form or fashion of adding something to it? Let us know. We can try to do that. We're pretty open. Just give us ideas, and then we'll respond because that's what I do. And we'll see. Good night.
Word.